Yo, what it do, YouTube? Today's video, I want to talk about the Tupac Shakur murder case, that it has been somewhat solved. So the Keefe D dude is directly involved. He snitched on himself, obviously, because this is the self-snitching era. And also, let me be one of the first. Excuse me. Let me be one of the first to tell y'all. And when I say one of the first, I mean that, you know what I'm saying, there's other people who probably been saying it or speculating towards it, but ain't nobody about to say what I have said yet. The only person who have said it is Professor Griff. Shout out Professor Griff. Serious Minds TV, Serious Minds Radio. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, nobody has said what I'm about to say exactly, right? So check this out. So the Keefe D dude, that faggot, he is directly involved. He self-snitched. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why that happened is because of the Orlando Anderson little situation or whatever. But at the same time, they said that the Orlando Anderson dude didn't pull the trigger. But it really don't even matter anyway, because both the niggas was in a car when the situation happened originally. So that's still guilty by association, and that's still basically accessory. You see what I'm saying? Just because of the fact that they were there. So basically, they pulled the trigger. You see what I'm saying? And the Orlando Anderson dude, he got shot up like a couple years after Tupac passed away. And then they say that P. Diddy is involved because P. Diddy, he the one who put the money on Tupac's head for them to do it. You know, the Southside Crips, because, you know, Suge Knight and them were Bloods, you know what I'm saying, or still Bloods or whatever. So P. Diddy was terrified of Tupac and shit. So, you know, that situation happened, you know what I'm saying. And after Tupac beat up Orlando Anderson, that didn't really help the fact that he had money on his head, which Tupac didn't really give a fuck. But the thing is, right, you gotta check this shit out. People keep saying, oh, it's P. Diddy. No, who told P. Diddy? Who actually gave P. Diddy the money to put on Tupac's head? Quincy Jones. See, Quincy Jones is finna get called in this RICO investigation too. This fucking around gonna be a RICO for this Tupac shit. You see what I'm saying? Because all the people they gonna call in court that's tied to this shit, if they got P. Diddy tied to this shit, they got Quincy Jones tied to this shit, because it was an industry hit. And Professor Griff said it. That's why I shouted out Professor Griff in the beginning of this video, because if you haven't done your research or you don't know, Professor Griff said it in an interview, I think back in like 2011 with Deadbolt TV. Shout out Deadbolt TV, you feel me? Donnie Peoples, you feel me? Shout out to him, shout out to the A. But yeah, man, like, this shit that's going on. So Quincy Jones told P. Diddy, we gonna use this East Coast, West Coast shit as a way to cover up the fact that we're gonna put a hit out on Mr. Tupac Shakur, but they gonna think it's some regular gang members, because we're gonna pay some gang members to do it. And they gonna keep their mouth shut and shit, blah, 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 because Quincy Jones was working with the cop, Reggie Wright. And Quincy Jones knows a couple people in the CIA and a couple people in the feds. How do I know this? Because when you're that high up in the music industry, music is a very powerful tool that is basically given from God, and that's installed into human. You see what I'm saying? And when you have the ability to sing or rap or have talent to influence large masses of people, the CIA is most definitely gonna be on standby, most definitely gonna be watching you and gonna have some type of control over you. That's why the form of contracts and all this shit come in to monitor people and things of that nature. But that's a whole different story. So Quincy Jones used the Reggie Wright cop, which was the cop from the Rampart case, and the Rampart case was the fallout from the Freeway Ricky Ross case. So Freeway Ricky Ross, all this shit ties back into that 80s, 90s era when all this crazy shit was going down. All this shit was really on some real shit. A Ronald Reagan CIA operation to destroy the Black Panthers. And Tupac was a high-ranking member of the Black Panthers. A lot of people don't know that. They only know the thug life shit because that's what the Black Panthers started to fall to once they started to do the crack and start smoking weed and shit like that. And they probably been smoking weed and all that, but once they started getting that government weed, because the government was giving the Black Panthers all their shit because they were the Black Panther Party. So they was a political party, and they was getting a lot of their shit. Like once the Black Panthers got that $1 million from the government, they also got hit with the crack cocaine and all that shit. And the niggas had money in the community to buy it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like death by design. Like they killing you by design. All this shit is set up strategically for you to, you know what I'm saying, to do this shit. And the thing is about this too is, I'm telling you, this shit is all like, it all perfectly makes sense. And like I said, Professor Griff knows this. He's in the music industry, Public Enemy, you feel me, right around that era, actually before that era, but still around that era, most definitely. And yeah, man, all this shit was strategically set up. So once they called P. Diddy in, they gonna get Quincy Jones too, because Quincy Jones, the one who originally did the hit on Tupac, because Tupac, he didn't want to do the homosexual ritual. He turned him down. And once Quincy Jones found out that Tupac was engaged to his daughter, that's when they marked him for death. And then that situation, like, for example, this how the law get you, right? They knew that Tupac, he didn't want to do his community service for, he had some type of case, I forgot exactly which case or whatever he was fighting. And he had to do community service. He didn't want to do it. And they told him, if you miss your community service this time, you going to jail. So you either go to jail or you gonna do this this charity concert event. And that's what he did. It was a charity concert event that Tupac did. Well, that's what he's supposed to do in Nevada. And that's how that situation happened. And then he just so happened to see, come on, bro, all this shit is set up, bro. This shit's set up strategically. Oh, look, come on. So Tupac, he had to either go to jail. He had two options: go to jail or do community service, right? He didn't want to do his community service, but he didn't want to go back to jail. So the judge told him that he has to do a charity event for the police. The charity event that he did for the police, that was at that event at that club. And then after once he go do the show or whatever, all of a sudden he sees somebody who stole his chain in Compton, and then they know how Tupac gonna react. So Tupac damn near beat the dude to death, him and some more death row members. And then after they did that, all of a sudden they about to leave, and then the Southside Crips see Tupac and them leaving, and then they shoot him up and kill him. Come on, bro, that's CIA, man. That's CIA shit. You do a charity event for the police, and the niggas you don't like is already there. That don't even make sense. It's called death by design. That's to get the hit. It's called the Hegelian dialectic. That's to get the hit to be set in play already. Because they knew Tupac could have just went in there and did his shit and left. But they ain't want Tupac off the hook. They know Tupac would have seen somebody he didn't like, and knew he was going to react like how he reacted. And that's what's going to set the play in motion. East Coast or West Coast shit. They think there's just a regular gang members killing each other. The whole time, this is a strategic play to get rid of Biggie and Tupac. So once they call P. Diddy in, they gonna call Quincy Jones in. And that Reggie Wright cop and all them motherfuckers. A lot of these motherfuckers is still under investigation. But a lot of people don't know this shit. But yeah, man, this shit is fucking crazy. I just broke this shit down like nobody else has. You feel me? This shit is real. This shit is crazy. They talking about they super surgical. I'm super surgical. But no, it's some other super surgical surgeons out here, but I just broke that whole shit down, bro. I'm telling you, this is literally how it happened. Come on, man. That CIA covert op stuff. Real shit. Wake the damn up. More videos coming soon.